What's up, guys? In our last video, we talked about how to keep sellers on the phone longer, how to build rapport with them, talking about family, their hobbies, and bringing in commonalities. And we're doing all of that so we can get properties under contract at a discount, and we leverage the conversations and negotiations that we have. In this video, I want to talk about 3 mandatory questions you should be asking every seller on the phone to let them know, A, you're serious, 2, you can actually close and do the job, and 3, that you're the person that they can rely on to buy their house in this particular time so you can solve their problem. Now, what's up? It's your boy, Sawan Lamar Belcher. Thanks for being here today. I'm a full-time real estate investor, and I love talking about how we use real estate to create multiple checks that come in every single day. Okay. I used to just be like, hey, I want a check coming in, once or twice a week. And then my goal was to have a check every day. And then now it's multiple days. And you can do that through real estate investing. When you're talking to sellers, you're going to have multiple points when you're making contact with them. The first point of contact is typically in a cold scenario, because we're going for off-market leads. They don't necessarily want to sell, but we got their information from some kind of pain point list, and we're targeting them directly to solve whatever this particular pain point is. To see if a sale could help their particular pain point, really. Now, so on the first initial is the cold call, okay? The second initial touch is when you actually have the lead and they say, hey, yes, I would consider selling, okay? At this point, I typically have a virtual assistant pass me the lead. They do the bunch of grunt work, making the cold calls, going through those. And then when somebody raises their hand and says, yes, I want to sell, then I get the lead. Okay. And at this point is where magic can kick in if you can speak correctly. Okay. The first question I want you to ask, okay, when you get that lead, you want to simply say, hey, well, when you told my assistant that you would consider selling, were you thinking, hey, my house is pretty and in really good shape, I want to sell and list it with the realtor and get the most amount of money possible? Or were you thinking, hey, I'd consider selling as is, if I got the right amount, and I would prefer selling within the next few weeks versus waiting 6 or 7 or 8 months that you might have to wait working with the realtor? Which way were you thinking, Mr. Seller? Now, in the Matrix, Neo called this the red pill or blue pill. We want them to pick their poison, because whatever way, it doesn't matter which one they pick, right? It doesn't matter which one they pick. We can help them whatever one they pick, but we need them to pick. So that way, when we give them the solution, that's what they chose. Okay. So that one question literally helps you direct the whole conversation. The second question I think is very important that you actually ask, because once again, these questions that we're asking, they help us to get to the end result. Okay. And these questions are designed to get the seller to tell us everything that they need us to do so we can buy the house. Okay. And if they give us the idea, it wasn't ours, it was theirs. We just did exactly what they want. Okay. That's sales. Okay. So the next question I want you to start implementing: what happens if the house doesn't sell before this date? Okay. Now there's one major part, is the date. So you got to get that piece of information from them before you ask, right? And so this typically comes in the why section of why they want to sell. If we're pulling a pain point list like probate, absentee owner, tax default, the recent arrest records, any of these pain point lists, typically that is a reason of why they might want to sell. But we can't say that. We can't say, hey, I'm calling because the bank is foreclosing on you. Otherwise we get hung up on. We say that we're disrespectful. It wouldn't seem like we have a service that can help. So the first part of this is we need to ask all of the needs analysis questions in order to get why they actually want to sell, and then when they want to sell by. And you should follow up with, if you don't sell the house after that, before that date, what's going to happen? That's going to allow you to dig more into the pain and extract anything that any hurdle that might come up. Well, if I don't sell it by that date, the bank said that they're going to start the foreclosure process. You know, if I don't sell it by that date, then I'm gonna get penalized and have to pay a fee. And once they tell you those things, once they release that information to you, you need to respond in a helpful way to say, well, I think I can help with that. You know, I think I can buy it in enough time so that it takes care of that problem for you. If I did that, you know, would you like that? Would you agree to sell it to me? You see what I mean? So you get the needs analysis portion, and then you get the details to put the pressure on them about the date that they need to sell. And then you follow up with, if I'm able to do that for you, would you? If I could, would you? Okay, that's a great phrase to use when you're closing sellers. Okay, and the last one, to let them know that you're serious. I know everybody wants to go on a face-to-face appointment. They want to be belly to belly with sellers. They think they're the coldest, hardest salesperson ever. But honestly, I do not like face-to-face appointments. I want to know as much as possible on the phone. I prefer them to just sign on the phone, okay? Especially with today's gas prices, okay? I don't want to be going over there and talking to them, and I don't have no promise to buy. If they don't have an email address and I can't send them a DocuSign for them to sign while we're on the phone. If they need my help walking through that, you know, if they just want to meet me before they sign, then I typically use this closing question. Is if I get there, I like the house and you like me, can we go ahead and move forward to get you paid as soon as possible? If they say yes to that question, then we go on the appointment because we know they're signing a purchase agreement. Okay. If they say no to that question, we addressed any concerns at that point. Well, just so I know, since you wanted me to meet you at the house and you won't consider selling when I meet you there, what's holding you back? And you can accomplish that over the phone versus wasting your time. You see what I mean? And then also that helps you get uncomfortable and to get to the next part of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So look, I actually made a video about this before that this all spawned off of how you can build more rapport, better rapport with sellers so you can stay on the phone long with them and leverage that conversation to get the best prices. I'm gonna leave that link right above so that way you guys can go check that video out if you're watching this before that one. And look, we'll see you guys on the next one. And remember, you don't need all three to do a deal: time, money, and knowledge. You just need two to do you. Wait, I forgot to mention, we got our next live training June 11th. The Private Money Mastery Workshop is literally a live workshop where we jump on a call from 11 a.m. to about 5 or 6 p.m. and go over how to find private money lenders to lend you money to buy, so you can own a house and make income checks coming in every single month. Okay, matter of fact, if you just want to flip them, you can make your first $40,000 check. But I teach you how to find them, how to structure the deals, answer all of your questions about private money, and then literally give you strategies. Okay, I even invite some of my previous students that have had success with it to be on the call, and one of my private money lenders to be on the call, so you guys can interact and ask them questions, so that way you'll know how to talk to and feel more comfortable when raising money for your next deal. Okay, so I'm gonna see you guys on the call June 11th, 11 a.m. I'm gonna leave the link below. Okay, have an amazing day, people. Peace.